Hello creative friends, welcome to my art table today. Let's make a Suncatcher DIY mandala. This kit is from Oriental Trading Company, and here's what it looks like before we start the project. And there's actually a little stand to put it on. My name is Kathleen Arola-Johnson. Thanks for subscribing to Creative Solace Studios. I'm happy to create with you today. I have another video about my entire mandala birthday party. It's actually an art party that I'll describe these projects, and then a couple more videos where I'm demonstrating them. So check those out in the description of this video. And for today, this is what we'll be making. The side that we're looking at right now has raised up black plastic lines so that it can contain one color inside of each, essentially, piece of the puzzle. We'll be going around with radial symmetry, looking around in a circle, what types of patterns we want to be repeating. I want to be repeating. You can create with me in this Suncatcher art. The kit itself is separate from the paint. I bought the paint separately. It is window paint by Maker for Kids in little squeeze bottles, and it is glittery. Some of the colors, you can see the glitter easier than the others, but there's glitter in all of them. The paint itself did come with separate Suncatchers in some cute little animal designs and things like that. And these have suction cups on them that can be hung on a window, but I wanted to use them on the mandalas. I do recommend putting something under your work and using a toothpick for pushing the paint around. Looking at our colors, I think I'd like to start with some green today. You could plan out your colors ahead of time, but I am liking to just see what color I feel like next. I'm squeezing the bottle a little bit to even out the paint, and there's the applicator tip. I don't like to use a brush on these because it kind of takes up the paint and lifts it off from the plastic rather than adhering it to the plastic. So I squeezed some into one section of the Mandala Suncatcher, and the tool that I like to use is a toothpick. So I'm now gently coaxing that thick paint to go towards the edges of this section. When it dries, it slightly separates or peels away from the edges, so most likely we'll have to do more than one layer on these. I can also use a not a toothpick, I can also use a Q-tip if I get some in a place where I don't want it to wipe it up from there. So this is how I go about making these colorful Suncatcher crafts. It's a relaxing project, and these window paints are a little bit more translucent than acrylic paint, so you can see the light through it when it's on display, and you can see those fun glitters in there, but I'm sure you could use other paints as well. Let me know in the comments if you've tried it with acrylic or something else and how that works for you. Now that you see the general technique of how to make these Suncatchers, I will speed up the painting part of the video and do it time-lapsed. Thanks for watching this time-lapsed video, and I will talk a little bit more about the art making process at the end after I do some more colors in this beautiful Suncatcher craft. At the end of the video, I'll also share a little bit more information about my birthday mandala art party idea and some of the other DIY mandala craft kits that I got for it. I'll let the paint dry a bit and settle, and then I'll come back and see if any of the sections need another layer in where it might be not covering the whole thing. After drying time, there's not a lot to touch up on this mandala, but I will take a look at some of those yellow areas in particular where you can see uneven colors or shadows through them. Looks good like it is, but just to be a little bit more thorough, I'm gonna touch up on some of the yellow. Well, as I started going over the yellow with a second layer, I couldn't just touch up on the parts where it was thinner and uneven. I had to do a whole second layer of the yellow because it looked better that way. And as you can imagine, once I started taking a look at the green, it was peeling away at some of the edges of the green, and so I did the whole green layer again also. I won't show you the whole filming of that, but just tell you that I did go over them both completely with a second layer. Here's our dried Suncatcher mandala from the Oriental Trading Craft Kit. And look at those pretty colors. The white really shows up nicely, and it helps to have a darker color contrasting with a lighter color next to it, as you can see in these other examples also, that it really highlights when you have a dark and a light color next to each other. So let's put the stand on this Suncatcher craft and get ready to set it up on a shelf. Thanks for spending creative time with me today. Check out my other videos, including the other mandala art party videos that I have linked in the description to this video. For the mandala art party time with my friends, I chose a velvet fuzzy poster coloring project, scratch art, and sand art mandalas, and then even some diamond painting bookmarks for myself. Thanks again for subscribing and checking out this nice mandala art project that's really super easy, bright, colorful, and fun.